Even those who enter with skepticism describe a suffocating presence, as if the past refuses to rest. Some hotels don't just welcome guests, they trap them. Behind their elegant doors, shadows linger longer than they should, and whispers from the past brush against the living. Tonight, in Part 3, we enter 5 of America's most haunted hotels, where tragedy and terror are etched into every corridor, every room, every flickering light. These are places where the dead roam freely, and the line between life and death is thinner than you dare imagine. Would you step inside if you could survive the night? The Queen Anne Hotel, a Victorian gem built in 1890, once served as a girls' finishing school under the strict oversight of Mary Lake. Today, the building exudes charm, but beneath its ornate exterior lies an air of unease. Guests in room 410, once Mary's office, have reported hearing faint whispers, footsteps pacing empty hallways, and furniture subtly rearranged. Some claim the feeling of being observed, as if unseen eyes follow every movement. The energy is protective, yet eerie, a lingering imprint of the past. Visitors describe a tension that grows through the night. Soft cries drift down hallways, often followed by sudden silence. Some awaken to cold touches on their shoulders, or the faint rustle of skirts where no one stands. Furniture sometimes shifts overnight, with chairs or trunks moving inexplicably. The hotel seems to breathe with memory, a space where the past and present overlap. Each guest shares their stay with Mary Lake's spirit, caught in the fine line between care and sorrow. Some paranormal investigators claim Mary's presence is one of the most polite, yet unsettling spirits in San Francisco. She seems to maintain order, tidying objects and subtly guiding the living. But even this sense of care carries a hint of tension, an invisible authority that reminds visitors they are not alone. Those who linger too long report an almost oppressive sense that time itself slows, and that the hotel's history is alive, whispering from every creaking floorboard. Rising from Nevada's silver boom, the Silver Queen Hotel was a lavish tribute to the wealth and ambition of the frontier. Its grand saloon, polished wooden floors, and walls studded with silver dollars were once a hub of gamblers, miners, and card sharks. But the hotel's legacy is intertwined with tragedy. Guests report seeing the restless spirit of a young woman in room 11, wandering in white, her eyes haunted by sorrow. Her story is said to be one of unrequited love and despair, forever etched into the walls. The hotel's corridors echo with unexplained footsteps, the metallic clink of coins, and whispers of long-gone guests. Room 11 seems particularly alive. Visitors feel a cold draft, the bed sagging as if someone unseen sits at its edge, and furniture subtly shifting overnight. Some claim the portrait of the Silver Queen occasionally changes expression, her eyes following them, a silent observer of trespassing spirits. The hotel blends opulence with unrest, beauty with sorrow, and the living cannot escape its past. Many who explore the Silver Queen report sensations of being watched from corners, hearing the soft laughter of women or children, and sudden drops in temperature. Even seasoned travelers admit to a nervous tension when passing through hallways, particularly at night. The Silver Queen Hotel remains a living museum of the past, each room holding whispers, regrets, and memories that refuse to fade. For those who stay, the line between history and haunting is nearly imperceptible. The Mizpah Hotel, built in 1907, looms over the quiet Nevada desert like a sentinel of the past. Its grand chandeliers and velvet carpets hide a darker history. Tragedies of miners, lovers, and lost souls. Guests often report sudden cold spots, distant whispers, and the unmistakable sound of footsteps pacing empty halls. Each corner seems to carry memory, from the ornate lobby to the long, narrow corridors, where the past refuses to remain buried. The hotel is not merely lodging, it is a stage for the restless dead. The most notorious spirit is the Lady in Red, a woman murdered in her suite by a jealous lover. Guests describe her apparition in a flowing red gown, drifting silently down hallways, leaving a faint rose scent. Some claim she pauses to observe them, her expression alternately sorrowful and accusing. Others report objects moving subtly when she appears, chairs nudged, doors ajar, lights flickering. Reminders that the Mizpah's spirits interact with the living, maintaining their claim on the hotel decades later. The lady in red is not alone. Visitors report phantom miners wandering the hallways, the laughter of unseen children, and objects mysteriously shifting. Knocking sounds come from rooms long sealed, and icy drafts strike without warning. Some leave in the dead of night, overcome by the oppressive atmosphere. For those who endure a stay, the Mizpah Hotel is a chilling reminder. In this desert jewel, history and the supernatural intertwine, and some spirits never checked out. Next is the Clown Motel, infamous for its bizarre combination of kitsch and terror. Nestled beside the Tonopah Cemetery, the motel houses over 2,000 clown figurines, each grinning in eerie unison. Guests have described soft giggles echoing in empty rooms, shadows darting along walls, and the sensation of being watched constantly. The juxtaposition of playful clowns and solemn graves creates a tension that feels almost ritualistic, leaving visitors unsettled and questioning the boundary between amusement and horror. The cemetery amplifies the dread. Guests report seeing figures wandering hallways, footsteps echoing in empty corridors, and objects moving without explanation. Cold hands brushing their shoulders, whispers from nowhere, and fleeting apparitions at night are common. Even those who enter with skepticism describe a suffocating presence, as if the past refuses to rest. The Clown Motel's walls seem alive, a strange intersection where whimsy and the supernatural collide in bone-chilling harmony. Visitors frequently describe the sensation of being constantly observed. Shadows move independently of light. Faint laughter echoes where no one stands, and objects are subtly displaced after a night's stay. Some claim glimpses of ghostly figures emerging from the cemetery at twilight, vanishing just as quickly as they appeared. At the Clown Motel, innocence becomes uncanny, and the spirits of those long gone remain just beyond perception, waiting silently for the living to cross their threshold. The Myrtles Plantation, built in 1796, is often called one of America's most haunted homes. Now an inn, its halls echo with centuries of sorrow. Guests report chains dragging across hallways, the faint smell of sulfur, and the laughter of children where none are present. Room 10 is notorious, haunted by Chloe, a former slave allegedly poisoned by the plantation owner's family. Her spirit is said to wander freely, a tragic figure whose presence can be felt throughout the plantation, from the kitchens to the upper bedrooms. Chloe is described wearing a green turban and flowing dress. Guests report seeing her silently watching, moving objects, or appearing in mirrors. Cold hands, sudden drops in temperature, and soft whispers urging them to leave are common experiences. Legends suggest she was wronged in life, and her spirit remains bound to the plantation. Every room, hallway, and garden seems imbued with her sorrow, a reminder of the injustices and grief that continue to haunt the Myrtles. Guests have reported waking to the sound of footsteps pacing above them, lights flickering inexplicably, and the rocking of chairs in empty rooms. The plantation's grounds themselves echo with tragedies, and the air feels heavy with stories that refuse to fade. The Myrtles is more than a hotel. It is a living relic of grief and unrest, a place where spirits never let go, and where the past asserts itself over anyone daring enough to stay. These 5 haunted hotels are far more than lodging. They are gateways to the past, vessels for memories that refuse to die. Every hallway, every room, and every shadow carries stories of lives interrupted and tragedies endured. For those brave enough to spend a night, the experience can be unforgettable, etched deep into memory, leaving an imprint far beyond what daylight can erase. If you've stayed in one of these haunted hotels, or have a ghostly story of your own, share it in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the dark corners of history Mozyro uncovers. Sleep well tonight, if you can.